Happy Monday, everybody. Now, it may not be Monday when you watch the replay, but happy Monday. It's Monday morning, January 29th, and I am excited to just share a couple of things with you, entrepreneurs. This message is specifically for business owners. I do a lot of things, but my primary assignment is business coach. So as a business coach, I get to help people build their business, establish their businesses. Now, there's a friend of mine, Mr. Vertis. He can help you get your business set up legally, business credit, and all of those things. But where I come in as your business coach is I can come and show you how to build on that foundation, how to put your pricing together, your messaging together, and how to help you create longevity in your business. But so today I wanted to share with you ways to prepare for increase this year. Okay, ways to prepare for increase this year. So I just wanted to do that quick introduction before we fix in my little thing here. Before we dive in, I want to share three things with you, three areas with you on this morning that I hope will be helpful for you in your business as you begin to try to navigate how you're going to meet payroll, or if you're going to prepare to hire your first assistant, if you are just trying to get that baseline started. Some of you are even trying to figure out if you're going to continue in your business this year. And I come to tell you that sometimes it doesn't have anything to do with your price. Why we are not getting increase in our business, it might not be the price. It might not be the location, because we have all these things that get in our mind. Like we'll say, well, I'm just in the wrong city. I need to move to another city so I can make more money, or so my business can grow. Sometimes it's not the city. Sometimes you say, well, my price is too high. I gotta be the cheapest so that I can get more customers. Sometimes it's not the smallness of your price. They just don't want to support me. They support everybody else, but they don't support me. Well, those people may not be your customers. And so I just wanted to encourage you for a few minutes that what you need, you can make it happen. If God called you to it, He will provide for you, and He will have people assigned to you that's willing to pay your price and willing to support you in business because you're providing something for them. And that's the thing you got to remember, that you're providing something for them. People are not just doing a favor to you when they support your business. They are coming to receive something from you, right? They're coming to receive something from you. All right, let's dive in. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. When y'all come on, say hello. I'm chit-chatting with y'all too in the comments. All right, so when you come on, say hello, hello, hello. See how you drop yours in the comments so that we can talk to each other. Good morning, everybody. So whether you're with me on my business page, my personal page, in my group, or on the YouTube channel, I just want to say hello. And this is going to be an amazing year. This is going to be an amazing year, and you got to believe that. So somebody drop that in the comments. This is going to be an amazing year. Whether you catch it in live or the replay, put that in the comments. I'm gonna type it in too. This is going to be an amazing year. You got to start your year believing that it's going to be great, because the first person that has to believe in you is you. Let me say this. This is not in my notes. I'm going to say this, then I'm going to dive into those three things. The first person that have to believe in you is you. When you show up, y'all don't forget to drop that in the chat. This is going to be an amazing year. When you show up selling your product or selling your service, you need to show up with confidence. You must show up as the expert. Because if we don't show up with confidence, if we don't show up as the expert, you start to get things like, well, I got to think about it. Let me pray about it. I'll get back to you. What they're not saying is, girl, you don't even sound like you know what you're doing. Nobody's going to pay you to practice on them. They're not going to pay you to try to figure it out. on them. And so you have to show up as the expert. Do you need to know everything? No. You just got to be confident in the thing that you're talking about and that you're sharing about. So let's just dive in. Preparing for increase in the new year. The first thing I want you to remember, number one, is cheap doesn't mean increase. That's number one. Cheap doesn't mean increase. Somebody drop that in the comments for me. I'm going to say it again. Cheap doesn't mean increase. And I'm going to explain what I mean by that. So many times we think that if our prices are low enough, that we will get more people. But cheap prices, sometimes it can devalue the work that you are doing. It just depends on who your audience is. So as you're thinking about the new year, you can think of this thing from a couple of perspectives. I'm just going to give you a couple of perspectives. I just want to challenge your thought process today. One group of people can look at you and say, okay, that's cheap. I'm going over here. And they want high-end work for cheap prices. So you're doing more work, making less money, right? That's one perspective. You got to do a whole lot more just to keep up with what you did last year. The other perspective is there's another audience over here that's saying her prices or his prices are so cheap, they must be a beginner. And so they're not practicing on me, right? And so you have to figure out which audience you're going after. I challenge you to set the price that you're comfortable with. A price that you can say without fainting. Set the price that you are comfortable with and stick to it. Believe in God that he will send the people to you that value what it is that you bring to the table and they're willing to pay it. That's that. Increase comes from increase. So as that price increase, imagine this. So let's just do a little math real quick, and then I'm gonna move on to point number 2, right? So if you have a product that you're paying $50 for, and you need to make $30,000 on a $50 product, you gotta make. I'm gonna make it even less, because $7.25 an hour is minimum wage. So if somebody works full time, $7.25 an hour, that's $15,000. So maybe your goal is to take your business and at least make minimum wage, right? So as an entrepreneur, this should be your first goal anyway, is at least $15,000, because if this is something that you're doing a couple of hours a week, it should be equivalent to what somebody working full time at minimum wage would make. That's $15,080. So if you have a product that you're charging $50 for, $15,080, you got to sell 301 of those items. That's a lot, right? So even if you was gonna do half of that, it's 150 people that has to buy your product. That may be a lot for you. Or we can take that $15,080. If you know the value of your product is more than the $50, just double it, right? If you double it to $100, you only have to have 150 people to do the same thing. 150 people will get you to the $15,000. 75 people will get you to the $7,500, half of that. Now I know the numbers may be overwhelming to some people, but you're gonna have to write it down, because you got to know your numbers in business. If you don't know your numbers in business, you're gonna be busy and broke. You're gonna be busy and broke, and you don't want to be busy and broke. You, as an entrepreneur, in the beginning, I know we use the word hustle. So in the beginning, you got to work hard. You got to put some extra time in. You got to build the momentum. As an entrepreneur, you have to build your image. There's some bartering sometimes that you have to do. But I promise you that you do not have to be the cheapest. You just need to be the best. Okay? That's all I'm trying to tell you. You don't have to be the cheapest. You just need to be the best. That was number one. Cheap doesn't mean increase. Number two, share the value. Share the value. When you are working on increasing your pricing or working on bringing an increase in your business this year, you have to learn how to share the value that you bring to the table. What are the results of me working with you? Even if you are doing nails, this is a big deal for me. Nails is a part of my image. It is a part of my job. It's just a part of it, right? I'm going to keep my nails done. I'm going to keep a cute design on them. I'm always going to have blue on it in memory of my brother. So if you're doing my nails or you're trying to get my service for nails, if you paid attention, what's most important about my nails is that blue representing my brother. You may have all kinds of designs and things that you don't have to worry about trying to convince me to pay your price. You would just convince me that you are creative, that you can take care of my nails. I don't have to worry about them breaking. I don't have to worry about fungus. I don't even have to come up with designs most of the time because the girl that does my nails been doing them so long, she knows what I like. She said, okay, are you going anywhere special? If I say I'm going to Vegas, she know I'm going to be real extra. My mama call them the ghetto nails, right? But I've done it so long, she know exactly what I want. Share the value. Share the results that you bring to the table as an entrepreneur. In my business, I like not just having customers. In my product-based business, I want to have, we use the word spoiled, rotten customers, right? I want to help to anticipate the needs of my customer. I want to make sure that they have their products before they run out. I want to make sure that they got their refills before they run out. I don't want them to have to remember. I want to remember for them, right? And so I'm sharing the value. That's not something you can get by running to the store. You get a personal consultant that can help you from your youth up until your senior years, right? So I share the value that we bring, the results that we bring. And when you do that, it supports that price increase. It supports that next level that you're trying to get in your business. And then number three is serve. 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 Number three is serve. And I'm going to tell you why I chose serve for number three. Because selling is serving. Selling is serving. Don't ever get it twisted. When you, as an entrepreneur, start saying things like, I don't work for nobody. Yes, you do. You work for your customers. You are serving your customers. And if you will serve them with integrity, if you would show up when you say you're going to show up, if you would under promise and over deliver, you would have a customer for life. You're serving your customers. This is the other thing with serving. Don't count their money. Don't count their money, because if you have good pricing, you share the value and the results, then we pay for the things that we value. If you're serving us, you're delivering excellent customer service, you are a person of your word, then you don't have to worry about the price with your customers. They'll pay whatever you ask as long as you do what you say you're going to do. So as you're preparing as an entrepreneur for increase in this new year, get your ducks in order. Get your business together. Know your numbers. Don't be busy and broke, but be productive, right? And so if you have to serve 300 people and you still not even going to get to at least $15,000 a year, which is equivalent to full-time minimum wages, you got to readjust. You got to do something different, right? So that you can have an increase. Look at your numbers from last year and see what type of increase you want to have this year. Is it a 30% increase? Is it a 50% increase? Is it a 100% increase? What do you need to add to it? Do you need to be more visible? Do you need to adjust your prices? Do you need to serve more? Do you need to make more connections? Do you need to join your chamber? Whatever you need to do, if you're going to continue to move forward in your business, if what you did last year is not working and you want to see an increase, you got to take it to another level. Listen, my link is below, Linktree /Carmela Williams. Jump in my group. I'm going to be back in that group providing a few tips, or follow my YouTube channel because you won't have to go through all the other posts to see the training videos. So make sure you go and listen to some videos, hit that like and follow button on YouTube because we have a great year planned. A lot more training is going to be rolling out this year and be sharing a lot more with you, entrepreneurs, because you can make this work for you. Okay. Number one, cheap doesn't mean increase. You don't need to be the cheapest. You need to be the best. Number two, you need to share the value and the results that you bring. And number three, you need to serve your customers with integrity. Your bottom line is a direct reflection of how well you serve your customers. Y'all have a great day, and I love to hear from you soon.